So thank you so much for coming out. I think this is a really great turnout generally, and it's a really great turnout for the cold and rain. So thank you very much. My name's Sam Rubenstein. I'm an undergraduate at Brown. I'm a member of J Street at Brown. I'm also a member of the Community Relations Council at the Alliance, which oversees governmental relations and things like that.
If you're parking our lot, I need you to move your car because this is how busy it's parking the car and picking up. So, and it's going to cause a problem.
So, yeah, if anybody... Yeah. So, anyway, so I want to talk to you a little bit about what I'm doing here today and what I think that we have the opportunity to do here as well. A bit about myself is that before coming to Brown, I spent 14 years as a student in Jewish religious school, which is a long time. And what that experience really instilled in me is a tremendously deeply felt sense of a Jewish sense of social justice. And that everything I do in my academic life, in my personal life, in my activist life, is motivated by that sense of Jewish social justice and by the value of tikkun olam, of repair of the world. So I'm invested in that, and I'm invested in the institutions of our Jewish community, like the Alliance. So this is why we're here. We're at the Jewish Alliance, which is the nexus of our Jewish community in Rhode Island. It is the mouthpiece of our Jewish community, and it's our leadership and representatives. I wanted to say very clearly, I don't see this. I don't feel like I'm protesting the Alliance. That's not the goal. They're not the enemies. I think that what we really have an opportunity here to do today is to call them into this work, to bring them, to make them a part of this mission that we have here together as Jews, to resist the hate that we're seeing around this country.
Yeah.
I think that as a community, as a Jewish community, but also nationally, we're feeling afraid, we're feeling nervous, we're feeling hurt, we're feeling angry, and we're looking for leadership. And this is our community leadership. And we need them now more than ever. But we also need them in a new role and in a new way. We need them as protectors, we need them as activists, and we need them to maybe do things that weren't always part of the role, but we need them. We need their leadership now.
Right. That's right.
After the election, the Alliance put out a statement saying that they would defend the civil liberties of every American and speak out against anti-Semitism, Islamophobia, and racism and other forms of bigotry. Woo! I think that that's great, and I think that we're here to say we take them at their word. And we are expressing our support and our expectation and our demand that they act on that in every instance, in every possible way, to the greatest extent of their abilities. And I think that what we're also showing, this is a physical representation of our community, of Jews concerned about our Jewish community and about the greater state of the country. Our presence here today signifies what we need and our hopes and desires and our vulnerability now as well as a community. And so I'm glad that we're here physically together. And why now? I think it's important that we're here. You know, somebody actually said to me yesterday as I was talking about this, like, yeah, Steve Bannon, he's a pretty bad dude, but like, really? Like, who cares? I agree. He's just one guy, but we're starting a long 4 years together. And what we are saying is that right now at the get-go, there is a line that we are drawing. It has been crossed, and we will go no further.
Yeah.
Steve Bannon's appointment is unacceptable, as is Mike Flynn, who says that Islam is not really a religion, but just some political ideology that we should all be afraid of. As is Jeff Sessions to lead the Department of Justice when he prosecuted black people for having the audacity to vote. All of these things are unacceptable, and we haven't even inaugurated Trump yet. So we are here now to say we draw the line. This ends now, and we are beginning the organizing work together now. I think also something that shouldn't be lost on us is that we're here today as part of a network of 30 cities, over 30 cities around the country also taking actions like this. And what we're saying is also not just to the Jewish Alliance of Rhode Island, but to all of the organizations that purport to represent the Jewish community in America, that if they want to represent us, they need to represent our values, they need to act on them, and every day. And that means speaking out against things like this. This is not just us here in Providence today, this is all over the country of Jews expressing our needs as a community. So I want to close by saying one more thing, which is that a fear of mine that I want to share with you. It's my fear that in the coming years, we're going to see a lot of our community leadership say something, our Jewish community leadership, say something along the lines of, well, you know, this Trump guy, he said some really bad things, the campaign was kind of ugly, we're not really so thrilled with this or that thing, but like, you know what, generally, like, he's good for the Jewish community, or he's good for this one, a particular political end, or he's good for Israel, and whatever that means to you, and it doesn't actually matter what it means. The point is that we need to think a lot more outwardly than that. We need to think beyond ourselves and our narrow self-interests. We need to have solidarity with other communities and their interests, and realize that we have shared investment in our rights and our liberties and our well-being together, and that narrow thinking like that is not good for us.
Yeah.
Woo! Woo! So I want to thank you again so much for coming out and for braving the rain and the cold and for listening to me.